All right. So it is the day after Act 3 launched. We just played all three of the exotic mission runs. You know, you have to play it 3 times to get the ending. Uh it's pretty easy quest. You know, I'd say it's one of the easiest exotic quest ever. Like if you want like once this enters the weekly rotation, right? Once this becomes like something people can like replay over and over again, I can see um this being a gateway exotic mission for people. Like, oh, that was fun. I wonder what else they can do with it. And then you're like, oh my god, Whisper. Oh my god, Zero Hour. Oh my god, the other ones. um, but yeah, the narrative content delivered this season, I think was, I think the story was good. Okay, I think the narrative we got was good. I just don't like the delivery method, right? Um, it's nice that we got the acts compiled. You know, if we got Act 1, all of it in a day, that was very short. We got Act 2, all of it in a day. That was maybe shorter. Uh Act 3 was maybe the longest, and it involved a lot of going in circles in the last city, right? I wasn't a big fan of that cuz we talk to Aramis, then we go to Spider, then we go to Ido, we talk to Aramis again, then they're like, "Oh, hey, we're almost ready." And then we go back to the exotic mission, right? Which is not a bad mission. I still haven't explored all the secrets. I don't understand how to use a shotgun just yet. And I haven't figured out the piano, you know, the big organ. So eventually we'll get to that. I don't know when. Um, I have a pretty busy month, so I don't know if I'm gonna be exploring all that just yet. But the exotic is here. You know, I think it's a pretty good exotic. I just didn't expect a shotgun. I didn't look at what the guns were gonna be, right? Because I don't know. I don't like that we got a shotgun. I think this would have been better if we had like a glaive. You know, like why not? It's Fickrel. You know, we could have gotten his classic glaive from Forsaken. Now that he has this new one. But into the topic of the video. You know, that's enough. That's enough intro. Um, let's talk about Skolas again. Where is he? He was resurrected and then moved somewhere else. Where did he go? We fought him once at the end of Act 2. And now Fickrel's dead. And so are his barons again. We killed all his barons again. But where is Skolas? You know? I don't think this is over. I don't think this is over. Alright? Um the new Kill of Kells may have been decided. One by name and one in literal grace. Actually blessed by the traveler. Uh but the rabid Kell, the scorned wolf, is still around. Possibly taking control of what's left of Fickrel's forces, maybe even the Dread. Could we be seeing a return to the Reef Wars? What could happen in this new frontier for the Elixni? Because I really do think that this season might have redefined the Fallen. You know? House Salvation is pretty much gone. The Scorn can not make more. At least for now, they cannot make more. At least that's what this mission implies. Because only Fickrel could raise Scorn. Right? I mean, the Witness could too. And I think it's implied that Nezarek can raise the Scorn as well. Because during this week's during Act 3, we kind of start hearing about how Dark Ether may have some similar properties to the Curse of Nezarek and such. So it's interesting. Um, so yeah, it seems Aramis has gone off already. She called us from like, hey, I'm already out of the neighborhood. I'm out of here. She literally calls it a war-torn slum. Not my galaxy. No. Come on. Um, but you know, it's gonna be a long voyage, right? She's going to Reese again. She's going back to old Reese. So, is this gonna be a destination we explore in the future? Because like we've always had the idea that maybe we'll be exploring Torah Battle one day. You know, taking it back from Zevul Wrath. Maybe this will be another world that we'll explore. You know, I know that was something that was touched by the pyramids, not exactly by the Hive, but the Hive were there. Oryx was present in the fall of Reese. Um, I'm pretty sure. I remember reading that somewhere. Um, but yeah, and that voyage is long. I mean, the long drift lasted centuries. You know, I mean, I'm sure the Echo will somehow preserve Aramis in some way. You know, as the kill of cows blessed by the light. Um, and there are you know, the long drift lasted centuries. You know, there were Elixni that lived and died on a catch. They never knew life outside of one. You know, that's why. What's the phrase they say? Catch is kin. Catch is kin. So, you know, unless you know, I can see one way we might see the fruits of this journey. Right? I mean, I already mentioned that the possible idea of an expansion, and I've always had the theory where, like, hey, look, if it's a dead Elixni planet, why not make it a planet that's just been corrupted, you know? Before they said that the Elixni were being sourced from the moon and on Earth to make new Scorn, I thought that they were maybe going into what is possibly the biggest reservoir of Elixni dead bodies. You know, I thought maybe the Witness was plucking them from old Reese and making new Scorn from a dead planet. So, you know, we could see a planet of Scorn. That'd be an interesting place to go. And since they've made a huge connection with Nezarec and the Scorn this season, it wouldn't be a bad place to go if we want to make a Nezarec expansion. And I don't know, everyone seems to be set on the idea that, you know, we could be getting a Destiny 3. You know, it's like maybe like a new galaxy is a really great excuse to make a Destiny 3, right? Of course we don't have Olelu because our vault is all the way back on Sol. So we can have like a new intergalactic mission, right? The old race system, the Torah battle system, and it could be something we explore. Far off solar system, new worlds, new space. Maybe the Elixni's rebirth. Out. Excuse me. Maybe the Elixni's rebirth is our way out of the solar system. You know, same with the Cabal. You know, we could be chasing down Skolas to prevent his version of a scorned race to come back, you know? An army of undead wolves. I'm just spitballing here, you know? This type of stuff gets me excited. But yeah, on top of Skolas not being anywhere to be found, we still don't know who's in this Echo, right? I mean, maybe it is Chelchis, maybe it is Irha, maybe it is Karaskis. But it's not clear who it is. I mean, Aramis doesn't recognize this voice either. So I don't know. It's getting I'm getting kind of uneasy because we know who the voice in the other Echo is. We know what's her name. She's one of those Cthulhu guys. But we don't know who's in this Echo. You know? I don't know. I thought Mindbender was gonna be more important. Um, but it does seem like the advancements they made about the Revenant plane and that mirror universe and stuff like that was possibly because he understood planar travel, right? With his throne world and all. The Mindbender, that's why they stay in. During the stream, I asked, why are they following the Mindbender or these hive? You know, like it's just because he smells like a hive. Like really? Or he's praises the sword logic. Well, apparently they just, according to Varix, they just value his knowledge on planar travel, which is, yeah, makes sense. Um, but yeah, we don't know who exactly is the voice in here, right? Who is it? Is it Karaski's? It might be one of those guys. Um, but yeah, are we seriously gonna wait for an expansion for all this? And also, it's crazy that we killed Fickrel in this mission. I knew the mission was called Kel's Fall, but like, I thought that was gonna imply Skolas or maybe even, just Mithrax. Killing off Mithrax middle at the end of a season, that would have been amazing, right? But I guess we're still good. Family's intact. Um, but yeah, it's interesting. But I think that's all I have for today. Please comment if you have your thoughts. I would love to discuss this because uh, I do like it when a season ends on with some questions because I like being satisfied with some answers. Right? I need answers from the previous season we had, but I also like being kept wondering why, how, and what's next. And I really do think that unlike Echoes, Revenant might have succeeded in making the future of the Elixni extremely uncertain. We don't know what's gonna happen now. You know, is Aramis gonna make it? Probably. She's definitely gonna make it for the sake of plot. Um, Mithrax, he's Kill of Kel by name only. Um, because Aramis is the one that has the echo, but she even presents herself as House of None. So it's gonna be quite the interesting arc we're gonna be seeing play out with Fickrel dead. Uh, we're not gonna have so many Scorn popping up. So I want to hear what you guys have to say, and other than commenting, I really do appreciate subscribing or liking. We just got to 300 last night. That's insane. So, thanks a bunch. Can't believe we did 300. 301. So, that's awesome. Well, thanks, and bye.